About 3 to 4 years ago, I needed a reset in my life. I needed to make a comeback. Alright? I was skinny fat leaning towards fat. I was addicted to explicit content. I was watching way too much Crystal Lust. Yeah, that's how down bad I was. If you don't know who that is, don't look it up, okay? God, I can't believe I just said that. But yeah, I needed a reset, okay? No physical activity. I was making money, but that was about it. And I've been talking to a few people, and I kind of realized, you know what? I need to make this video because the only criticism you're gonna have about this video is that you'll have no excuse but to change your life after watching it. That's how amazing this video will be. I call this a plug reset. Potential living up to God given. Alright? And to be honest, the plug reset is really what I think your default setting should be. I know a lot of people talk about, monk mode and how it's a specific mode you have to be in a certain amount of time, but truthfully, this should be your life default. Okay? So we're going to get into it. First, I'm going to go over what to do and then what not to do. Alright, so first, we're going to go over what to do. 1. Get your phone out of your bedroom and never put it in there again. Now, I understand some of you might have school. For this list, some of you might have school, so, accommodate, fit school in however you can. Don't cope. Be honest with yourself, okay? But no phone in the bedroom, alright? And especially in the bed, alright? Your bed is for sleeping and for intercourse. And if you aren't married, don't be thinking about the second one. It's only for sleep. You sleep in your bed. That is it. You don't wake up in the morning and you scroll on Reddit, girls with really big boobs, and you just scroll. Watch like Rose Monroe or something. Don't. You little nasty. Stop that right now. Stop. No more. Okay? I've told you this before. No more. Bad. That's it only if you watch my other videos. But you would know. I've told you. Now, if you don't know who Crystal Lust is or Rose Monroe, then don't look it up, okay? That's a good thing. That's a great thing. I wish I was in your position, alright? But seriously, when you wake up in the morning, don't scroll on your phone. That's literally the worst way to start your morning. You're asking to hate your life when you do that. Truthfully, okay? No phone in the morning. The easiest way to do that is to replace, because I know a lot of you wake up to cuck clocks. That's what I call alarm clocks, because someone else is telling you, hey boy, you better wake up at this time or we're going to fire you, so you have to use an alarm clock. I don't live like that, okay? Today I woke up at 2:40, not because that's a good thing, but because I can wake up whenever I want. I've been going to bed. I've been having trouble sleeping, so even I have to follow this list a bit, right? But even that, I don't use the phone in the bedroom. And if I do need to, okay, I'll use it on airplane mode or use some kind of the app where it tracks your sleep. I do that because it gives me a better alarm clock. But for someone who is addicted to waking up and just scrolling on their phone, use a digital alarm clock. Those little alarm clocks, it's like a physical one. Alright, it's dedicated solely to be an alarm clock. Use that. Alright, get your phone out of your bedroom. Put it in the living room, put it in the kitchen, wherever you want. Just don't have it in your bedroom. Alright, that's the easiest way to stop doing this. And to replace it, the next thing to do is to go outside and get some sun in your eyes. Alright? Now, if you can't do that, I would say get a red light, one of those red light therapy things, but even if you're at school, try to get some sunlight in your eyes. And not through a window, because it doesn't really count, although it helps a little bit. It's better to actually be outside. So what I do is I replace this habit of waking up and getting on my phone by waking up, butt booty naked, putting on my shorts, or putting my underwear and shorts on. I was talking about when I go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. But I wake up butt booty naked, put on my underwear, fit in my massive balls in it, put on my shorts. I go outside. And I don't put a shirt on. I just soak in the sun. All right, so that's the second thing. Go outside and get some sun. All right, you are like a phone, and the sun is like the charging cable. Humans are designed to get energy from the sun. That's why we get vitamin D from it, and we get all our hormones from it. If you don't get any sunlight, you realize very quickly how quickly your health will deteriorate. And I've noticed that personally. I feel so much better now that I get sun, especially the first thing when you wake up, because it also helps you reset your circadian rhythm, which will then help you sleep. Alright, and then there's an extra tip I'm going to give you. Alright, those who know me will know what I'm going to say. Whip your cock out. Not right now. I know you're looking at me and it's like, I feel kind of tempted. Don't relapse to me. Okay, that would be really gay. I know I'm a specimen, but no, okay? That's weird. That's gay. That's for facts. I have to censor that, but I'm not really a big fan, okay? Don't do that. But the sun. Whip your balls out. Get your balls out, get your cock and balls out, and let the sun hit it. You're gonna feel amazing. Trust me, bro. Nutgaze. Hashtag nutgaze. Alright. Next. Number 3. Start getting some important work done before you eat your food. Okay? A lot of you privileged little plunkers eat food before you've done anything. Okay, like I haven't ate yet. I'm gonna eat after I finish this. After, I get my handbrake and my subtitles handbrake and then I upload it. I'm gonna eat my food. And I've even done some work before this. You have to think about how our bodies were, okay? We are tribal humans. We primal. Think about the primal days. We're like cavemen. In order to eat food, you couldn't just go to the fridge and wake up and get your milk, get your bowl, get your cereal, your Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's so sugary and so delicious. then you pour it in a bowl. It's like, I'm eating my cereal. And then you pour it in the milk and then you start eating it. What a loser. First thing in the morning, you just eat some Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. You are so amazing. You're so privileged. Unfortunately, you're completely hijacking your body's own systems, because I'm not here going to tell you should fast 20 to 22 hours like me, or even 18. What I'm going to tell you, for the most basic, I would say fast. That's a good thing. But for the most basic thing, at least get some important work done before you eat, because your body is conditioned to work before it eats. When you aren't when you're hungry, quote unquote hungry, your body creates resources. It's like, okay, we got to get food. So it creates resources for you to get food, because that's what you need to do. You need to go hunt to get food. You got to go scavenge. So you have to hijack this or exploit it for your own benefit instead of exploiting it for your own detriment. Okay? You exploit it by doing some work, whatever it may be. For me, it's recording these videos, it's doing some other stuff with my business, etc. For you, it might be completely different. But the point is, do some important work, not just some BS. Like, oh, I took a cold shower, so now I'm going to eat. No. Actual work. Important work that moves you towards your goals. Number 4. Engage in physical activity every single day. Now, for me, I do a 3-day a week full body split. That's the best split. I know the PPL copers are like, oh, that's not even true. That's so bad. PPL's for losers. Anyways. Do whatever to get some physical activity in every day. What I do, I go in my backyard and I start sprinting back and forth. Start doing that, feels amazing. Helps you, especially in the morning. When you go outside and get some sun, try to sprint a little bit. That helps a lot. I've started doing that just like a week ago. Amazing. Or you can, walk on the treadmill, shadow box, whatever you want. Okay? Do whatever. Alright? Now, number 5. Learn something about religion. Now, the Christian should already be doing this. Reading your Bible, learning about theology, etc. If you're a Christian and you aren't already doing this, not doing a very good job. But if you aren't a Christian, and you're kind of wondering, well, why am I going to do this? I'm not religious. I don't believe in God, etc. I think it's very important that you at least learn about the subject, because there's something called Pascal's wager, and this is not an argument to believe in God. It's more so an argument to learn about it. All right, what if the Christian is right? Let's say you're an atheist right now, or you're even a Muslim. And this dilemma can also be posed to me as a Christian as well. But let's say you're an atheist. Let's say you're a Muslim. What if you're wrong? What if, say, Christianity is true? What happens to you? You go to hell. So, again, I'm not saying, oh, well, you're going to go to hell if you don't believe in my religion, so you better follow. No. What I'm saying is learn about the subject. You know what? If you learn about the subject and say, hey, I've come to an educated decision to say Christianity is not true or Islam is not true, I'm going to be an atheist, and that's fine. What I'm saying is learn about the subject. Because a lot of people, and this is something I feel very disappointed in from the Christian perspective and the self-improvement perspective, because that's what I am. I'm like a self-improvement YouTuber, kind of, I guess. I don't like the title, but I guess that's what I am. But I'm also a Christian YouTuber. And I'm looking at both of these camps. I'm like, bro, both of these camps are failing miserably. Because the self-improvement camp is just saying, well, religion's some airy-fairy thing. That's why you can switch religions whenever you want. I'm a Muslim because you have 4 wives and it looks cool, right? Oh, it's a vanity thing. I'm a Muslim now, right? They don't really focus, there's logical arguments for religion. There's actual evidence for these type of things. Then you have the Christians who are like, well, Jesus loves you. Why should I believe in Christianity? Jesus loves you. That's not an argument. Jesus loves you. It's like, cool, we can have people talk about that. That's great. I don't disagree with that at all. But you know what? People like me, and people, if you're someone who scoffed at religion before and like, well, this doesn't seem very logical. These people, they don't really have any evidence. If I had to learn about Christianity, I would be just like you. Because the way Christians present it, they present it like morons. Like, let's be honest. Alright, people like me, if I was an atheist, I wouldn't be convinced by them either. Alright? But truthfully, and also if you're Christian as well, learn about this. Learn about arguments for God, learn about arguments against God, learn about arguments for Islam, against Islam, etc., for Christianity, against Christianity, and become educated in subjects. Okay? I've talked about this a bit in my channel, I'll talk about it in my Discord, and I'll talk to you about some sources. William Lane Craig, great source. Frank Turek, Jay Dyer, who else? Redeemed Zoomer is an okay source, very a Christian. Then, some atheists that are good. Graham Oppie. Most atheists aren't that good, because I'm thinking like Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris, Hitchens, but they're all trash. Anyways, I won't linger too much on that point. Learn something about religion, okay? 6. Next point. Think, okay? So if you're like me, you've wondered before, why is everyone such a retard? You just look around and like, that guy's a retard, that guy's a retard, that guy's a retard. Like, what's going on here? Why is everyone stupid? The reason why is because no one thinks, okay? No one is willing to sit down, or in my case, pace around and just go, you know what I just did? I was just thinking. Okay? You have to be willing to do that, alright? If you're lost in life, if you don't know what you want to do, this is how you get out of it. Because, truthfully, so many people are dumb, okay? They're like, oh, I want to change my life, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then they don't think about their end destination. So now they're just in a car and they're just driving all over the place. Oh, I'm in a cold shower, I'm going to meditate, etc. Set your end goal. But the only way you can figure out your end goal is by actually thinking to yourself and thinking, hey, what do I want to do? What will I do? A few days ago, I couldn't sleep. My sleep's been really bad recently. I'm trying to fix it. To be honest, one of the all-nighting calls were actually very important. I'm happy I did it, even though my sleep's kind of messed up. But I went through an old folder, and in that folder I had a bunch of pieces of paper. I wrote down these pieces of paper like a year ago, roughly. Yeah, around a year ago. It was around my 17th birthday, and that was about a year ago. I'm not 18 yet, but I'm going to be soon. I was looking through it, and I kind of realized, at this time I was really lost. I was looking at my pieces of paper. I'm like, bro, I'm talking about like my business goals and what I want, etc. I'm like, bro, this is not what I want. This is not what I truly want. As someone who's thought about it now, I know this is not what I want. This was like half-baked. I understand myself a lot better. And I could see the improvements I made on myself by reading these old pieces of paper. Now, what changed when I wrote these? When I started writing these, I started actually making a conscious effort to think. Many of the nights in the past year, I've spent pacing around for like an hour, maybe even 2 hours, in the dark, just thinking, completely quiet. Just walking back and forth thinking, this is where I want to be, so I'm going to get there, etc. That's very powerful. I've personally seen the effects of doing this. If you're bored, at any moment you're bored, because this is what I used to do. I used to get so caught up like, oh, I gotta do something productive right now. Just chill out. Just just sit down and think. Just think about random stuff. Whatever comes to mind. And eventually, if you're bored at that moment, you'll think of something to do. Some of your best ideas will come when you just think. Okay? It's so important you just do that. Just think. Now, number 7. Every single day, do something you really don't want to do. So, don't be a normie here. Don't just say, well, I'm going to cold shower because that's something I don't want to do. Do a bit more. Okay, do something new every single day. You can start small with a cold shower, but start moving on up. Progress to consequential things. So, it could be like, for example, me. Releasing content for a very long time. I was scared to release content because I thought I was going to be bad on camera. I thought I was ugly on camera. Now, if you look at me, you'll be like, obviously that's not true, bro. But that's what I thought in my head, okay? And it took a long time to get over it. And I'm telling you, if you have things like that, you need to start getting over them. Because if you don't, you're going to go absolutely nowhere in life. So if you have something you're like, oh, I don't want to do it, man up, okay? Grow a pair of balls and actually do it. And do that every single day. Do something you really don't want to do. Have something like, I kind of don't want to do that, but then do it. With these YouTube videos, it's a very good way of doing it because I get to tell stories on these videos. I talked about how I recorded some girl in a Discord call like 2 or 3 years ago, and I recorded her because her boobs were big and her like a white T-shirt and they were like jiggling around when she was walking. Instead of actually talking to her and engaging in a conversation, do you think I want to tell that story? Do you think I want to go on the internet on YouTube and just talk about how much of a loser I was? Do you think I want to go on a YouTube channel that my family can find and talk about how I was, beaten off to women naked? Like, oh, look, I was watching Victoria Cakes. I got caught. Do you think I want to tell that story? No. But part of changing your life, part of improving yourself, is doing things you really don't want to do. Always remember that. If you want to be some loser who's like everyone else, then yeah, go in a corner and cry, oh, I don't want to talk about that, I don't want to do that. Put your head up and watch everyone else who's willing to do what they don't want to do go past you. Number 8. Clean up your friend group. I made a full video about friends. I have a playlist in the description. Alright, and that video, that playlist has a bunch of videos that will change your life. Okay, one of the videos in there is about friendship. Alright? Personally, I'm going to condense it here. You know which friends are and aren't on the timing you're looking for, okay? You want to change your life. You want to be different. You know which friends are with it and aren't with it. And the way you have to cut them off, because you're going to have to cut them off, okay? You're going to have to cut off some friends. The way you cut them off is like by giving them a soft, what's it called? Like, putting out some baits, like casting out a line. Be like, oh, let's go to the gym, or let's start doing this, let's start changing your lives. If they're with it, then great. You have good friends that are actually going to help you in your journey. If they aren't, then you got to cut them off naturally. I'm not saying, get a channel like, I hate you now, I hate you. That's retarded, okay? That's for sped people. You're not sped, or you're watching my channel. If you were sped, you'd be like, oh, I don't understand anything. I'm going to tell my friends I hate them. That's not you, okay? You're smart. Just cut them off by doing your own thing. And you know what? If they start texting you like, oh, well, I kind of want to join you on your journey, that's great. Take them along with you for the ride. But if they're starting to text you like, oh, come back to Valorant, bro. Come back to Valorant. It's good that you cut them off. And truthfully, I know some of you may be hearing this like, oh, well, I've known them for so long. If you are really on this journey to change your life, then they aren't actually your friends. If you can't be you and still have them as a friend, they aren't actually a friend. This is such a crazy thing. I never understand. If you have to put on a fake persona when you walk up, it's like, I'm going to go play video games with them. I'm going to go do this with them. Although I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But I'm going to do it with them because they're my friend. They aren't actually your friend. Because what is a friend? Someone who values their friendship with you as a person. If you put on this fake persona in order to have the friend, then they aren't actually your friend, bro. Think about that. It's very important you get that through your head, okay? Fake friends are friends that you have with your fake persona. Or it is a fake persona, actually. I don't know why I put that in quotes. Anyways, number 9. Look at your money, okay? Pay attention to where your money goes. Money should only... I'm not saying be a penny-pinching loser, okay? That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, pay attention to where your money goes. Your money, at this stage, when you're trying to reset, should only go towards things that actively improve your life. Okay? Nothing that detriments it, alright? I know some of you may even be subscribed to some girls' OnlyFans. In that case, that is literally the opposite. This is a good example of money doing the complete opposite of what it should do. Money should improve your life. Subscribe to some girls' OnlyFans because, oh, she has big boobs and she bounces around like this. So, when I was laughing, I hit my keyboard accent. I'm going to put the two clips together. But anyways, some girl and she does this on her OnlyFans and that's so amazing. It's $20 a month, but it's worth it. Don't do that, okay? That's literally destroying your life. And also weed, alcohol, all these different things. These things actively ruin your life. Okay, don't spend money on them. Instead, if you're going to spend money, spend it on getting healthy food, getting a gym membership, getting gym equipment, getting clothes that make you seem presentable, etc. Don't be a petty pitching loser. Just spend your money on things that are actually worth it. Alright? Money should improve your life instead of making it worse. Seems very simple, but not many people follow it. Now, 10, lastly, for this section. Socialize / get over social anxiety. Now, a lot of people who make these type of videos will talk about, oh, you gotta be a loner. You gotta sit down and, do your work only. Don't go out and socialize at all. And I do think there's some value in doing that, but I feel like it comes naturally, that stage. But you should make it a priority to socialize and get over your social anxiety. So I think the best way for doing this, for young men, go approach some girls. Even if you think they're she's kind of a 6, I'm not really that attracted to her. Even if that's the case, approach her. And just talk to her, talk some BS. Like, get over the social anxiety. The conversation can go terrible. I've talked about stories about, I posted a video, to go back to the point of doing something you don't want to do. I posted a video of myself getting rejected on this YouTube channel. And actually, I'm going to make a point here, okay? Doing things you don't want to do is a skill, okay? After this, I'm going to go on to what not to do. Because the social anxiety point is very simple. Go talk to some people, okay? You don't need me to say anything more than that. But doing things you don't want to do is a skill, okay? 3 months ago, on my old YouTube channel, I wouldn't have posted that video of me getting rejected because I would have been too scared. Like, oh, well, what if people make fun of me? Living like that's going to get you nowhere. It's a skill I've built up. So now I'm talking about things I would have never talked about before. I don't think there's a single story I can think of that I'm holding back. I don't hold back on these videos. I tell the truth. I say it how it is. That's the type of man you gotta be, because that's what an actual man is. An actual man's not like some dude with their balls cut off. And they're like, oh, well, I don't want to say this because people are going to get mad at me. Retard. Anyways. What not to do. There's going to be 4 things here. Alright. 1. No addictive substances. No alcohol. No weed. Don't be a coper with your weed and be like, yeah, bro, I smoke weed every day, but you see those studies? It's good for me. It's real good for me. But no, that's how it is, bro. Because I used to be a weed coper too. I'd be like, oh, weed is good for you. Weed is actually not that bad for you. It is bad for you, okay? Maybe it's not as... Because I feel like there actually are some use cases for weed. But in the context of, you just smoking or even taking, coconut oil infused weed, which is what I used to do, and you're just taking it for recreational use, that is a complete waste of time, bro. There is no benefit in that. You're just turning yourself into a loser, okay? No weed, no alcohol. Second thing you should not be doing. If you aren't married or in a relationship, drop the woman for a bit, okay? Now, this mostly goes for the people that are constantly texting women, they're staying up late because they're FaceTiming girls, they're, in a relationship that they know is toxic, they know is bad, but they're just in it for the vanity or whatever. You gotta cut off women for a while. Because you are wasting your time right now. Okay, right now you're effectively being a simp. Because instead of valuing your own time and doing things that are important, you're talking to some girls. And chances are these girls aren't all that, okay? If you're talking to some random chicks from high school, okay, chances are they aren't, they're probably not that hot. And they probably aren't that good. They probably aren't that high quality. I'm telling you the truth. Okay, I've seen them. They're, yeah. Okay, and if you're like, oh, but they're so beautiful, they're so hot, and etc., they need to raise your standards. Unless, on rare occasions, they actually are all that, but that's very rare. Okay, more often than not, and I've talked to people that talk to a bunch of girls. I look at the girls they're talking to, and it's like, and I see what the girls are saying. It's even more like, That's how I would describe these women. So, the truth here, okay? Have some balls. Do something you don't want to do, and cut off the girls you should cut off. Now, if you're married, obviously you shouldn't do that. If you're in a really good relationship where you're actually, getting what you need, and don't lie to yourself here. Be completely honest, and even, I talked about thinking earlier. Think about your relationship. If it's really something worth it, if this girl's really all that, then go for it, okay? But in any other situation, chill for a little bit. Okay, and I know I said talk to girls, but when I say talk to girls, I mean like, exchange Instagrams, maybe go on a date every once in a while, but I'm really speaking against FaceTiming all night and texting all day and prioritizing women over other stuff. Okay? That's what gay dudes do. And you're not gay. Alright? Number 3. No video games, no social media, no explicit content. I know someone's gonna be like, but my video games make me really smart. And I really love my video game. Don't take away my video games, please. Shut up. Okay? No video games, no explicit content, no social media. And when I say social media, obviously still include YouTube. Get the extension unhooked so you remove the recommended videos. YouTube is an educational platform when you do use it like that, okay? It only becomes complete crapshoot when you start using shorts and autoplay and etc. But something like TikTok, I mean, TikTok is literally this. That's all TikTok is, okay? That's all it is. Same thing with YouTube Shorts, same thing with Instagram Reels. That's all it is, or Instagram in general. It's just this, okay? This is BS. Don't do that anymore. And all three of these vices rob you of your happiness. Because what happens is your brain gets used to this massive dopamine spike you get from these things. And then once you go down, once you start doing something that's actually important, for example, recording these videos elicits this amount of dopamine. If I were to start playing, if I were to, let's say, start watching explicit content again, it's like, oh, crystal lust, oh my god, you little nasty. Don't remember what I said earlier. Okay, stop watching that. No more. But anyways, if I was doing that, my dopamine would all be all the way up here. So when I record these videos, my dopamine would be down here. So guess what? My brain understands, okay, there's something I could do right now that will bring it up here. And then your baseline's around here, okay? So unless you do something that gets it up over here, then you're not going to feel very stimulated. You're not going to want to do it, okay? Dopamine is a very important chemical in your brain. All right, and you know what? When you start watching explicit content and you're up here with your crystal lust, you nasty little, then you're gonna start getting into more extreme stuff because your baseline's gonna keep going up, 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 and then eventually you're just watching stuff that you should never, ever, ever watch. If you're at that stage, then I feel bad for you, but thankfully you can reset it for very quickly. Watch my video about quitting explicit content. But in any case, let's say you get rid of this, no more of this. Guess what becomes your highest dopamine activity? For me, making these videos. So now I enjoy making these videos. I'm motivated to make these videos. I haven't missed an upload in 6 months straight. I've been uploading. The only time I missed a day was when I had literally no internet. Literally no internet. That's the only time I missed a day. So, and this goes for you copers. Like, I only use social media for an hour a day. I only use video games for an hour a day. It's not how it works, bro. Because remember, the dopamine doesn't care if you play for 8 hours or for an hour or 30 minutes. It still goes up. That's how your brain works, okay? Don't be a coper. Number 4, no parties, no clubs. I know some of you, and to me this seems so obvious because I don't even find parties or clubs very fun in the first place, but it directly leads to these other things. I mean, when you go to a party or a club, and when I say a party, I mean these regular parties I see people going to. I'm not talking about like a family party, okay? I'm talking about these parties where there's just alcohol, there's just women twerking around. Like, same thing with a club. I mean, that's what it is, okay? What good can come from it? Stop lying to yourself, all right? What good can come from it? Well, I'm going to go to the club, I'm not going to get drunk, and I'm just going to look around and I'm going to enjoy everything. What is there to enjoy? Well, just women twerking. You little simp, where you're just going to sit there and just look like, add one hand motion and you're going to be a cuck, basically. Where you're going to pay for some lap dance. Like, bro, what are you there for? Okay? Just shut up. Just shut up. If you go and you're trying to like, oh, well, I get to socialize with my friends, those aren't good friends, okay? Shut up. Do something important, all right? So, there you have it. If you want to get the full written list so you can just look at it whenever you want, join the Discord. I have it in the resources section, but this is the core of resetting your life. You can do a bit more, right? You can add some things to it, but this is the core. Don't change these. If you have school, kind of work with it, okay? You can still do it if you're going to school, okay? Don't use that excuse. If you want to join this movement, Building by Christian Men, and a lot of Christian men need this plug reset, all right? If you want to join this movement, Building by Christian Men, build back Christian men. I'll say it over again because it's so important. Join the link in the description to the Discord. Follow me on Instagram, like all my posts. Check the playlist in the description, website, links. You know what to do, okay? I'm amazing. This video will help you so much. You're going to be like, oh my god, Hyosha. Please, thank you. Thank you for this video. You're going to comment on it. You're welcome in advance. Subscribe for more videos, whatever. Those are my call to actions. See you next video.